The National Football League has traveled south of the border as we are in Mexico City, Mexico on EA Sports. Tonight it's another installment of the International Series, and we've got a good one on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and our home team. Two teams that came into the NFL together back in 1976. The Seahawks and Bucs are underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? Black 25 behind. Go. Go. Check safety. Check safety. Hey, stop.
They'll run for the first time with Peyton Barber. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Push him back. Push him back.
On 2nd down, Barber. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, out comes the Bucs free agent signee Bradley Pinion to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Wilson back into his end zone. Flushed out right. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Let's creep the team. Check 45 tonight. All day. All day. Any day. 45.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Winston. Flush to his right. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Ready. Blue way. Check. Block 54.
Winston running the option left here. And now he'll tuck it and run. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ready. Blue way. Mark 54. All day, dog.
On the right side, this is Miller. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scott Miller, 41 yards. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and
now
out.
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check.
They run it with Carson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And a give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He lets it fly from Lockett, and that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Mike, 45. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They go read option with Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it, because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 13. On the ground, it's Barber to start the drive. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 15-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jameis to throw it. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action now. Winston. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Howard. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Winston running the option left here. And an alley to run. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Here we go, D. All day.
Winston gives to Barber. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Ready? You ready? 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He's got Evans. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Ready? 125. Come on. Hey, let's get this. Stick green, triple C. Kill.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he comes back with one complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
he wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Gay's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go!
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At the 20-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Double tight. 3 out. Now here's the line. Third 2.
Now Wilson. Being chased. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Watch his flare.
To throw on 3rd down. Wilson. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Ready. Black 25. Come, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Ready. Black 22. Check right, check right.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Wait. Sonny.
From the gun, Winston. And this is caught at the 8. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have recovered. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Ndamukong Suh in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
That's how we do it.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. M.J. Stewart, mainly known for his pass coverage, this time a sack.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down.
Good for the Seahawks. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Put it. Look at 45. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
They go read option with Wilson. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
On second down and 4, Wilson, and Lockett with a grab over the middle. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Wilson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 39 yards. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
The Bucs take over first and 10
Bring it up!
at their own 25-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
On second and 9, Winston flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 20.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their own 23. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
You better be afraid of me.
They run again with Carson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Play out, bam. Right there, 54, right there.
Now Wilson. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Ready. White 25. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check 37. Sonny.
Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At the 46-yard line.
Ready. Blue lady. Mark 54. And I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Let's go.
On 2nd and 9. Winston. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Jameis now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Now the pressure gets there and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Ziggy Ansah able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. To throw, Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. But now it'll be 3rd down. Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Mike 45.
They'll begin the drive with Carson. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. This is Carson. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 75 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And that one needed a little time to develop because he started lined up out wide left. He caught that on the right side of the field.
And you're exactly right about the time because that's not going to be a quick developing pattern, but also great sight lines for the guy throwing the ball to see a receiver cross his face and his sight line from one side of the field to the other. It usually attracts your attention. If you think he's open, you go ahead and deliver it, as we just saw there.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. William Golston. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup of 38.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson dancing to his left. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
What? Football team! You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2nd down and goal. Wilson looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good, and it's 21-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Winston now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check tight, check tight, check tight, here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Mexico City. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Jameis to throw it. Airing this one out for Evans. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
A good pickup there, a 22.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in the game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Barber on 1st and 10. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On the Seahawks 34-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing, Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay first.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Andre Ellington, his first carry. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go, G.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. This throw caught right around the 6. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This is Ellington. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Brad McDougal. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 6-yard line.
What? 380. Check right 45. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 45.
I'm coming after you. Kill. Flip. Kill.
They'll start on the ground with Barber. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Check three.
First down, they go with Barber again. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll go down at the 28. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He hits his target, left side, Watson. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
They'll throw again. Winston escaping the pressure right. That's complete right around the 8. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. From 13 yards out. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Check 45 to Mike. They were pretty quiet. They were pretty quiet.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Call that a gain of 11.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
On first down, Carson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
So the victory here for Seattle, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.